Okay.
Ani Bojo Bimose Anquit Dijnikaz Etik Mikshing Anishnabek Dojnaba Mashkostodem. Welcome to our weekly update. We're not sure if we're going to continue weekly, but we're trying it out. And I'm happy to introduce you to Jocelyn, who is doing our sign language for us. We're getting a lot of calls and concerns, and we're trying to answer all of you as best we can. It's impossible for me to respond to all the requests and emails I'm doing right now, but our community is our priority and my priority. And you are my first response. So please be patient with us at this time. Each of us needs to rise to be our best right now, and so we work together. We have never really had a time where it really meant that what happens to one happens to all of us. In Atitmikshing, I believe we have an advantage. We know what it's like to be a community and to care for one another. And I have already witnessed this many times over in the last few days, the last weeks, and beyond. There is lots of love and caring in our community, but we will be tested. So I just want to start off by giving you an update of what's happening, and then we have some questions that have been posed, and so Carmen and Brendan and I will each answer those questions one by one. There's 9 questions in all, just so you know. And so the first update I want to give you is, of course, we know all the stores are closed, and we really want to thank all of the retailers for their support in helping to keep our community safe. We know that these decisions are really difficult for business owners, and but we can't fight this virus without you. As you know, we've also closed our community to the public, and this decision really came from you, the community. We just enacted what you told us to do. You asked and we listened, and we want to say miigwech to all of you for your support and directions during this time. We're listening. We are particularly concerned about our elders and ask if anyone listening or watching today could do anything to help them stay home and stay safe. Please do that. And I want to say miigwech to the people who are there working and redirecting traffic at the bridge and the entrance into the community. I know that's not an easy job, but they're doing a great job at it. And I really hope that we're able to keep them safe. So please keep your distance from them if you do stop to talk to them. We have 2 shifts of people that are there, two shifts of 2 people at a time that are working, and right now they're working from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., but that could change subject to how the situation evolves. And I really want to thank their planning and infrastructure and public works for making sure that happened quickly. I heard unofficially that we had probably about 50 cars last night that were redirected, and that was just from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Today I heard that there were probably about 15 or 20 cars before noon. So that still seems like a lot of traffic that's coming to our community, but we all know that has really decreased. As you're aware, the gas station has been declared an essential service. So we've asked them to keep their doors open to our community, our residents, and our workers here, and they agreed, and a huge miigwech to them. They have adjusted their hours as well, so they're open for 2 hours in the morning, Monday to Friday, 7:30 to 9:30, and 4 to 6 p.m. Saturday, they're open for 2 hours.
Sorry, what was the time? 4 in the afternoon?
Pardon me, 4 p.m. in the afternoon to 6 p.m. in the afternoon. Saturday, it's 2 hours from 8:30 to 10:30 in the morning, and Sunday they're closed. Also want to let you know that we have something, our food bank we're working on called Medium Support. It's going to be set up at the library. Right now we're in the process of ordering all of the equipment that we need, the fridges, shelving units, food. That's being led by Education and Social Services Department, and Janice Patatagoose is the lead there. Once that's up and running, we'll let you know. We brought in 2 new staff that we want to tell you about. One is Crystal McCollum. She's acting right now as our pandemic response coordinator on a 3-month contract. She's helping us do an assessment of our response and helping us to plan. She just started. She's getting refamiliar with our community. If you some of you might remember her. She used to be our community health nurse quite a while ago. Her name was Crystal Asmani then. She's not providing direct services to clients, but we have staff for that, but she's assisting us in a planning role. We've also hired Julia Pegamagabo, and I believe she just started today. She's going to be our COVID-19 coordinator, and she's going to help us take calls from the community. So you can reach her at covid@wlfn.com. That's who will be responding to your emails there. We'll be putting in place a phone number for her shortly as well. Before we move to Q&A next, and I'm just about to do that, I just want to dispel a rumor out there. There's no curfew. That's not happening. I'm not sure how or why that started. I know there is a real concern right now for our youth that are, what I'm told, are continuing to gather. So I don't know if the rumor was created to try and stop that from happening. I'm not sure, but I would like to ask the youth to please stop. You're putting people at risk if you're continuing to do that. If anyone, including the youth, has ideas on what we could do to try and keep our youth at home, please let us know, and we will share those. So we'll go to the first question, and I believe that's Brendan.
Good afternoon, everyone. So the first question is closure into the community. How is this going to be enforced, and what does this mean for community members not living in the community? As Gima stated in her opening comments, to protect the health of our community, Gima and Council have implemented a border closure. This closure does not include residents, workers, or deliveries. To enforce these closures, there will be 2 workers at the reserve entrance checkpoint each day with appropriate signage indicating our borders are closed. We have also placed an electronic sign to assist in our notification at the border. For community members not living in the community, we are asking that you stay home at this time. Staying home and social distancing measures are the most important ways to stop the spread of this virus currently. However, if you do require assistance, please do not hesitate to contact us at 705-918-6752 to reach our COVID coordinator, who will respond and assist you. This applies to both on and off reserve community members. I believe the next question will be answered by Carmen.
Okay, good afternoon. So question number 2, what if I have to pick up my son for visitations? So for this answer, Nogda-Windham Visits are encouraging the following visitation alternatives until further notice: telephone access, FaceTime access, Skype access, 3-way calling with staff making the call to the child and then the parent. This is case by case. If the parent has no contact order or the caregiver feels more comfortable with staff member calling, then staff will facilitate this. Please follow your court order and follow social distancing and keep safe.
Okay, so question number 3, what about members that don't live on the res? So we just want to make clear that we're not stopping people, but we are asking you not to visit. Please, if you want to check in by calling. We're not stopping people to access the land, but if you are, please don't stop in the community. Stay away from people and exercise all health precautions. And don't do anything risky. If you're out on the land, we want you to avoid hospitals at this time.
Okay, the next question is, I'm a band member, but I live in Sudbury. Now, can I still come and get gas? Because it only says residents. Does that mean just people that live in the community or everyone that is from Atikameksheng and Anishinaabeg territory? To reiterate our response in the prior answers, we are asking everyone to stay home. R&J Fuels, the local gas station, has graciously accommodated our requests and provided confirmation that they will be only selling fuel to residents and community workers as an essential service until further notice. When we refer to residents, we are referring to individuals that live in the Atikameksheng Reserve.
Okay, next question. What about the camps on Panaj? Can non-band members get their camps on Panaj Lake? Cottages are for recreational use and open in April or May. I can get that confirmed. Non-band members will not be able to access their cottages until further notice. We will monitor the situation. Band members can access their camps and cottages, and please keep in mind safety and social distancing.
Miigwech, Karin. Okay, so the next question is, can I get money and support during this time? Who do I call or email? So,
Sorry, I missed the question. Could you repeat it?
yeah, so the question is, can I get money and support during this time? Who do I call or email? So we know that there's been a big announcement from Ontario Works, from Ontario, and they're directing more funds towards Ontario Works. So you could call Candice. Her number's been communicated in the flyer. I don't have it. You could email covid@wlfn.com or call the band office. So they probably aren't rolling that out too quickly, so that may take some while for that to happen. But you can also get support from the community at this time through the covid@wlfn email. This is going to be on a case-by-case basis, and we're trying to help all the people that we can. We're going to try to help people to reach out to funding that is available if that's possible. So we know that there are some funding, like for example, through Ontario Works. If you live on the reserve, we're already putting in place different measures to provide people with assistance, such as waiving rental fees for band-owned homes. There's going to be the medium support program. We also know that if you were laid off from work, your employer should be providing you with an ROE, and the government is not applying a waiting period right now, so you should get your EI right away. But having said that, there will be support for you, and we'll do all that we can. So it's the covid@wlfn.com email that you should be contacting for that assistance.
Okay. The next question is, Atikameksheng's programs have been suspended until April 16th due to the COVID-19 virus. The Developing Indigenous Environmental Keepers course was one of these programs. What is currently being done to help those participants who are now not receiving a training allowance? So Atikameksheng recognizes that the program suspensions we face were sudden and may cause significant financial hardship for some of our participants. Unfortunately, the program suspensions were necessary to ensure the safety and welfare of the people within the program and, of course, our staff and community. For this program in particular, our staff, in particular Ursula, Arvind, and their team, have worked very hard to find an emergency solution with the funder. A special approval was received this week to allow Atikameksheng to use some of our approved training allowance funding to continue providing financial support to our participants. During this emergency financial supports, the emergency financial supports won't be interrupted for the program participants, and we hope to resume the course again once program suspensions are lifted. I would like to reassure you that all of our participants were updated of this good news and will continue to be supported by our staff who are working from home during this time to ensure essential supports like this can be addressed.
Okay, so miigwech for that. Oh, it's Carmen.
Question number 9?
Yeah.
Or 8, okay. With some members not having access to vehicles or rides, should we have a temporary testing center here at the health center? We are exploring this and will keep you updated. If you require medical transportation, please call Darlene Govro, Health Services Clerk, at 705-698-6818, and she will ensure that a ride is
What was the
provided.
name of the person?
Darlene Govro. Thank you. Again, her number is 698-6818, and she will ensure that a ride is provided through our medical transportation program and that safety measures are taken.
Miigwech. Okay, this is the last question that we received. Are off-reserve members allowed to access the land during the shutdown? So this is similar to the other question I had above, and we'll say again that we prefer you not visit, but we will not stop you. And we know that people are connected to the land, and we want to encourage you to be outside. So if you are a band member, please exercise caution if you're coming into the community to do that. So again, we'll ask you, don't stop in the community, just drive through. Don't be around others. And again, don't do anything extreme that might put you into the hospital. We will continue to monitor and evaluate all of our actions and responses to keep our community safe as we move forward. So that includes all of the questions that we received, and we will be looking. Last time we did a Facebook Live. This time this is a Zoom. We're recording it right now, and then we're going to hit the air button shortly after. And we may try a different approach next time around again. So we're just trying to figure out the best way to communicate with all of you. We want you to know that you're not alone. We're in this together. We need each other now more than ever before. And so I want to ask you to please remember to keep calm, not to be afraid to call or email or reach out to somebody, your neighbor, your family, reach out to us. There will be an end in sight, and we will come out of this stronger and together. If you have any questions for us, please email them to covid@wlfn.com or reach out to any of us. Miigwech for watching, and Bamapi.
Right.